We are live. Let's see. I'm waiting for Mirleine to jump on. Yay.
Hi.
Hi. Where did my camera go now? Uh-oh. What I did? Okay. There we go. Yay. So we are live.
Okay.
Uh, we did it.
We did it.
Uh, let's see. We'll wait for. I think we can. We can actually share it with people.
Okay.
I think at the bottom.
At the bottom, that's why I share.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can send it to people privately to remind them that we are live. So let me share it with some people.
Can't do.
All right, I sent it to a few people to remind them.
Oh, no, no, no. Cancel. Stop sharing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Hi, I have Taina here. Hi, Taina. Hi, Tatiana. Welcome, welcome. Please share the live with anyone you know. We're going to give everybody a few minutes before we get started. Thank you for joining. Are you able to see the comments too, Milan?
I see, yes.
Okay, perfect.
I see the comment.
Perfect. There we go. Pin. Awesome.
What am I doing? Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Wait, why is it showing? There we go. Alrighty, thank you, thank you. As you guys are joining us, please share the link with your friends, your family members. Tell them to join the live. We are live. We will be starting in a few minutes. All right. All right, we'll give him until what, 7:05 maybe?
Right.
Okay. 3 more minutes and we'll get started. It's pretty cool. I like the quality is nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
Hmm.
Okay, I think I shared it. That's what I was trying to do. I think I did.
Okay, perfect. Chloe just joined. Hi, Chloe.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Please share the live with your friends, your family members. We'll get started in 2 minutes. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, Waldine. Thank you for joining. Please share the live. We'll start at 7:05. Hi, Tanisha.
Yeah.
It's good that you can see the comments because last time I went live for a little while. Oh wait, she's saying no sound.
No.
Huh? Can
From whose
everybody hear
end?
us? I'm not muted.
From whose end? Who can't you hear? I
Oh,
can hear you.
Tanisha can hear us. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
So, Waldine, that might be coming from you, from your phone, maybe location, Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Everybody says they can hear. All right. Okay, okay,
It
perfect.
will now. Okay, awesome.
All right, it's 7:05. We'll get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Instagram live conversation. We're so excited. We're going to talk about our topic is Black maternal health awareness and action. So we're so grateful that you're able to join us for such an important discussion. Tonight, I have with me a very, very special guest. Mirleine Thelemaque is on with me, and both of us, we're gonna share our personal experiences and have an honest conversation about the realities that us Black moms we face before, during, and after pregnancies. So, from disparities in healthcare and maternal raise to the emotional, mental, and physical challenges that often go unseen and unheard, Black maternal health awareness is about more than statistics, right? You guys
Mhm.
can literally just go on your phone and the statistics will be right there. It's a lot of them out there. But us, what we really wanted the focus is to make people realize it's more than that. It's more than the numbers that you see. It's about real women, it's about real families, and it's about real stories that deserve to be acknowledged and valued. So our hope tonight is not only to bring awareness, but also to offer a glimpse of hope into how us Black moms and our babies can also thrive when advocacy is present, voices are heard, and support is available to us. So we want to make this, have this conversation really to encourage women to speak up, seek support, advocate for themselves, and know that they are not alone in their journey. So we'll also talk about the importance of having a community, education, faith, because we are Christian women first, and action as we work together for a safer and healthier experiences for Black mothers everywhere. So Thank you again for being here, for taking the time to be part of this very, very important conversation. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So for me, I'll start and then I'll give Mirleine. Mirleine really has the most beautiful story. Mine was a little bit more on the, sad and frustrating side, but she having her on, and that's why I wanted to have her on. She gets to show you the other side of things. So for me, it took my husband and I, we knew right after we got married that we wanted to start a family. And it took us really 6 months to get pregnant. And to us, that felt like it was a long time.
Oh.
So, Mirleine, compared to my 6 months, that felt like an eternity. Please tell the people how long it took you. What was your story like? Praying and waiting for a child. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining once again. So my story, you get married and the they expect you expect to have a kid right
Mm,
away or within a year. Some people, okay, will push it to two.
yeah,
Uh, but in my case, it was 14 years of waiting.
my God.
Yeah, 14 years of waiting. I don't know how in depth you want me to go into it,
As
but
as in depth as you want to go into it, because 14 years, I mean, wow.
yeah.
Yes. How was
So,
that like?
um, well, the first few years we got married, we were pretty young. So
Mm-hmm.
the first few years, there's no worries because that wasn't my focus. We had
Mm-hmm.
other goals that we needed to
Mm-hmm.
take care of as a married couple. So my
Mm-hmm.
focus wasn't, okay, let's give each other 6 months, let's give each other a year, let's give each other 2 years. We were like, if it happens, it happens. Let's focus on whatever it is at that time that
Mm-hmm.
we were going through. Okay. So I think around year 5, it was like, hmm.
Mm.
Okay, question mark. This
Yeah.
ain't this not happening. Okay, question mark. But um we were still living our lives. We were young, we were still living our lives, working, doing what we had to do,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying the blessings of God.
Right.
Um I think it started bothering us the most,
Mm-hmm.
tell you the truth, when it bothered everyone around us.
Okay.
So that's when it was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
serious. Um my husband is not the type of person who he it wasn't much pressure with us. Like between us, we didn't have any animosity or any
Mm-hmm.
grudges. We were basically trying to take it one day at a time. But his line was, when everyone would ask, like, okay, y'all not having a kid, where's your baby? No babies,
Mm-hmm.
no this, what's going on?
Yeah.
He would always say, say bon Dieu qui baille, God gives. That was his answer. So year 5, when it started bothering the people around us, that's when we started feeling a little bit uneasy.
Mm.
Um, by year 10, it was like, oh no. It's like,
Right.
okay, something's not right. Now, through this time, you do feel like you do go through your oops. Maybe it's happening, right?
Yeah.
Because you're getting your cycle, not getting your cycle, going to the doctor, making sure you're okay. With your health is okay, getting
Mm-hmm.
checkups. So it's checking all those boxes, going through that experience with your partner, and then
Mm-hmm.
having to deal with society, because society has their expectation as well. They expect you, like I said, to have your kid. They expect
Yeah.
you to have your family to bring. So that was, it's a hard journey. It's a journey of
Mm-hmm.
waiting. It's not easy for anyone. If
Yes.
you're in the season of waiting, it is not fun. It is
Mm.
not pretty, because you have your moments of disappointments, you
Yeah.
have moments of tears, you have your moments of frustration, and you fear, because you're like, I didn't think that would be my story, but it is. So that
Yeah.
fear of what is it that I do? And
Mm.
not having the answer. Because with me and my infertility, I didn't have an answer. Like I couldn't say, oh, it's this. It was
Yeah.
maybe it's this,
Yeah.
maybe it's that.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be this. So there's a lot of maybes happening. It was
Mm-hmm.
nothing definite, indefinite. Like this is what's happening with your infertility. This is why you can't have children, or this is why you're not having children. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of maybes going to the doctors, to the fact where you're going and they're like, okay, you're good. Oh, I'm good. So why isn't it happening?
Yeah.
So 14 years of waiting is to the point where you're like,
Mm.
it ain't gonna happen. And you good. But when you see it affect everyone around you, you like, oh man. So I've had many things said to me, do this, take this medicine,
Oh
do
yeah.
this with your body, try this in the bedroom,
Mm.
you know, go out of town and, just have a weekend and just go crazy,
Yeah.
and, enjoy yourself. Come back, do this, drink this, pray, fast,
Mm.
ask, go to this doctor, specialist. And
Mm.
and it's and some people will approach you and ask you what's going on, and I really didn't have an answer because it was a
Yeah.
lot of maybes, right? So I don't know, it was it's a journey, it's a beautiful journey, because you get to see the hands of God.
Yeah.
Even in my 14 years of waiting, I saw the hands of God move that I can't even explain to you. Like, I saw how
Mm.
God was speaking to me. The moments where I did feel discouraged, how I felt
Yes.
his love. The moments where I was like, God's not hearing me. He doesn't hear none of my prayers. I felt assurance. Somebody would come and give me a word of encouragement, not knowing that was my thought process.
Mm.
Um, so I don't know that that's all
That's
I can say without
powerful.
saying like, yeah, yeah,
That's powerful. My husband is on the live and he said it's powerful testimony. Even when we heard about, because to me, like we used to go to the same church. I was way
right.
younger at that
Mm-hmm.
time. And I remember when you got married with your husband and then we moved, we left the church. But
Yeah,
it didn't seem like it was that long until I heard about it. I said, wow, that's really a miracle baby.
really.
And one thing that you said, I think, that we really need to be mindful of is I don't think people mean harm when they ask what's going on, but I think sometimes it's the way it's asked, and that can, make you a little uncomfortable sometimes. Because even for us, 6 months, because we were older as opposed to you, we're not that young. I was already 33 when I got married. So
Mhm.
my husband was also in his late 30s. So for
Mhm.
us, it wasn't that, we had time kind of. So people were already, they were waiting because they're like, okay, you guys are not young. No, don't play around. Just get this
Get
going.
ready.
And
Yeah, yeah.
and I think it's not the asking is the way it's asked sometimes, and it's the way it comes across that can make you feel like, oh my God, oh yeah, I'm still not pregnant and things like that. Because for you, for a while, I mean, you didn't realize it was an issue, even though it was until people started talking about it. But I'm pretty sure some of those questions and some of those conversations were uncomfortable.
Right.
Um, but we thank God that He also used people, like you mentioned, to
Mhm.
come and encourage you throughout that journey, because 14 years is a long time. And I just thank God first. And I also want to applaud you and your husband. You guys persevered through it all. You kept believing, and you had such a great, attitude with it all. Like if people didn't know what you were going through during that time frame, I don't think they will know. Because even when I was pregnant, I was around you for an
Right.
event, and you were just so nice, so welcoming. Sometimes people when they're in that process of waiting and trying, they can have a little bit of bitterness. I mean, I get it because that's something you desire. But I could say that really you were really believing God and you really had a beautiful perspective about it all. And now we get to see what God did in your life. We're going to get down to that. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So now we're going to talk about finding out we were pregnant and things like that and how the beginning of the pregnancy journey was like. So for me, of
Mhm.
course, I was excited, and it's weird how I found out I was pregnant. I don't want to give too much away because I have a book out there that talks about
Right.
it.
Right.
But it was a really nice and happy moment for us because we're like, oh, finally. We took a couple. You know how you take the first one and you're like, let's do a few
Mhm.
more. But we were really excited and we're just looking forward to, our babies. So now you are the guest today and your journey is really what I want to focus on. Tell us, how did you feel when you find out? What was your husband reaction? Your family? How did that go down?
So my story is interesting. I fo- I found out through. Hold on, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I found out. Oh, okay. So let's back up. So,
Mm-hmm.
the year of 2025 was a year of a lot of things were happening.
Mm-hmm.
Within my marriage, within people around me, a lot of things were happening. But I have to tell you this: when I started off the year, at the church, we usually do a 10-week of prayer, right? We do a 10-week of prayer in the beginning of the year, and at the end of the 10-week of prayer, we have communion. Within
Mm-hmm.
that 10-week of prayer, I was speaking at the church. I was part of one of the 10 weeks of prayer where I had to present.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to speed it up. Within that, they
Okay.
gave me the title, which is waiting, and I'm in the seasons of waiting. My
Wow.
title was waiting. So I had to present that. Through that, I learned so much doing research, reading the Bible, communicating with God. So whenever I'm going to speak on behalf of God, I go into I'm in a different space. I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I'm focusing spiritually. On a spiritual
Mm-hmm.
journey. I do that. I present it. The pastor at the end, he does this prayer, and he does this prayer 360 prayer. He says, we are going to reverse health
Mm-hmm.
issues. We're going to reverse it. We're going to pray about that. We're going to pray about anything that you want to reverse.
Wow.
So I did the prayer, and the Holy Spirit is really like pushing me
Mm.
to pray. At first I was hesitant. And at that prayer, he says, whoever in this room do not have children, by the end of the year, you will have a child.
Wow.
I claim it. I say, okay, that's me. I claim it. I put my hand on my stomach. I claim it. That's I think the week of the day of communion, I don't take communion. I'm praying. I'm in church. I'm praying because I am
Mhm.
reversing a lot of things that's happening in my life.
Yeah.
Praying, God, you got to move and you got to show me. My prayers, you need to show me what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I go through this season where I'm fine. I told God, I'm a big girl. Let me know what's happening.
Mhm.
I go through that. It's a
Wow.
long story, but I go through that whole
Mm.
shambles of stuff. I said, okay, I'm a big girl. I'm taking it. When it comes to me finding out that I'm pregnant, it's my husband kind of knew before I knew. He's looking at me. He's like, you're pregnant. I dismiss it. I'm like, go sit down. Like,
Mhm.
go sit down. I am not pregnant. Like, get over it. I do not believe him at all. It took
Mm.
me going to the doctor, feeling bad, going to the doctor. My pressure was elevated. For them
Mm.
trying to find out why my pressure is elevated, then doing everything I wasn't supposed to do. Like I did my mammogram. I did everything I wasn't supposed to, like The
Oh
thought
my
of me being
God.
pregnant was gone. It's not until I get the confirmation after, my
Mm.
husband is pushing me,
Mm-hmm.
take the test. I take a test and then it's like, no, it says yes, right? But I'm like, no, this test is wrong. Get another test. Oh no, it's wrong. It's telling me positive, positive. So I'm
Wow.
sending my husband, go get another test. Positive, positive. I'm like, these tests are wrong. Like, I'm like,
Wow.
maybe I did it too quick. Maybe I did it. And he's like, girl, go to the doctor, confirm, yes, this you are pregnant. Me and
Mm.
the doctor were shocked because we sitting looking at my records like, okay, we done had mammograms, you done did
Wow.
this, you done did that. So she's like, you had your cycle, like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. Okay, pregnant. I end up calling my sister-in-law and I told her she's the first person because I'm still in shock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I'm going through the motions of
Mm-hmm.
being pregnant, but not like it's not clicking.
Yeah.
It's not
Wow.
clicking for me. I don't know if you still want me to go, but
Go
I'm
ahead.
in shock. So my pregnancy journey, the first half of my pregnancy journey was shock. So as
Wow.
I'm telling people little by little, because I'm feeling horrible. I'm feeling bad. By this time, I'm not me. I'm very
Mhm.
lethargic. I can't hold anything down. I can't eat my favorite foods. I gotta
You having
select what
all
I
the
got.
pregnancy symptoms.
Listen, I went through the whole thing. I was like miserable, miserable. So I'm telling people, I can't do this. Like at my job, I held it down a little bit, but there was a point where I had to tell them because I'm feeling horrible. Like I'm walking into work, I'm dragging. I'm
Wow.
dragging into work. My hemoglobin is low, so I need to get a blood transfusion. Like I'm going through all of this. And so and so all of that I'm going through, I'm still shocked. I'm like, this is not, this is this, I'm pregnant. Like every time I would go to the doctor and they would say, yeah, because you're pregnant. That's why this is, I would like jump, like,
Wow.
what? Like, what? What did she say?
Yeah.
Uh, going in and out of the hospital because of the blood pressure issues. I'm in the hospital and they would come in, oh, we have a pregnant patient. And I'm like, what? Who's pregnant? Who
Wow.
who
That
is pregnant?
you couldn't
Looking,
believe it.
no, 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 no. I'm just going through the motions, not processing. I know I have a baby inside of me,
Yeah.
but the realization of me being pregnant did not hit.
Wow.
It hit me finally, finally, finally hit me sitting in church 24 weeks.
That long?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I hit 24 weeks on a Saturday, I was in church and I was like, oh, what?
Wow.
I was like, who about to have this baby? And just tears. I'm just crying, crying, crying. Like it hit me on that Sabbath.
Wow. 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 That's just amazing. And one thing you said, I know it's not really part of the conversation, but as we're talking, we're just gonna talk about
Okay.
your husband knowing that you were pregnant first. It's interesting how when you are connected with someone
Right.
spiritually, how they can, because same thing happened to me when you were saying that.
Right.
Another person went through that same thing. Because same thing with me too. Like I was pregnant, but I just had my cycle, just like you, and I was partying, and I'm like, there's no way. And
Mhm.
my husband had dreams. He had a vision that somebody, he saw the dream that an angel
Wow.
brought the baby. Yeah, it's very, very deep stuff. And
Yeah.
that day, I'm like, okay, I saw the spotting. I got discouraged. I said, there's no way I'm pregnant. That's after he told me all of that, that he heard a voice that that said I was pregnant, all of that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I
Uh-huh.
saw the spotting. I'm like, there's no way, He's like, God told me you're pregnant, so you're pregnant. And then that's when I took the test. So I just find it interesting how our spouses can, know that kind of a
Mhm.
thing. And it
Mhm.
tells you, it just shows you how having babies are such a supernatural thing. It's not
Yes.
something that we should really take lightly.
No.
But yeah, for you to have, I can only imagine, like, yeah, having to wait 14 years and then now you're like,
Right.
it's been 14 years. So what are you saying? I'm pregnant, kind of a thing. But wow. But we thank God that baby was meant to be here
Oh
because
yes.
mammograms and everything going on and the whole time.
Everything went on.
And
Everything went on. Oh yes, meant to be. A gift from God.
um,
Yeah.
that is amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, right,
Mm-hmm.
I had um an idea about, what's going on. We see it on the news every day, you know, black women, are dying, babies are
Yeah.
dying, things like that. So my husband and I early on, we were like, okay, we're getting a black OBGYN. So I
Nice.
had this amazing my husband said, I'm speaking number two in Jesus' name.
All right.
Oh God. Um, Amen. I don't know if it's for both of us or if it's for Milan, but anyways. Um, so we were very like, okay, we're gonna have a black OBGYN. And I came across that lady and she was just amazing.
Mm,
I had the best, I have no complaints. Like she was very
beautiful.
patient, she was very kind. So for me, the issue wasn't really the prenatal or the beginning phases of my pregnancy. That wasn't the issue for me. That
Mm-hmm.
was best part of the whole
Wow.
thing. So my obituary was great. Oh, he said our guest, and Tatiana said touching and agreeing with hubby.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so for me that wasn't the hard part. The beginning phases was the best part. She was very nice. Everything was, going
Mhm.
okay. At the beginning when I found out I was 6 weeks pregnant, so that's first ultrasound. The heartbeat wasn't really all there, so she wanted me to come back. But after that, baby was doing well. I was doing well, right?
Mhm.
So that was my prenatal care experience. So
Mhm.
how was your prenatal care? I think you said by 24 weeks that's when it really hit you. But how did things go from then forward?
From finding out and doing the prenatal care, it was pretty good. I have no complaints. My primary care physician is the one who kind of led me to say, okay, this is what you need to do, right? Because I'm
Mhm,
advancing age, so she's like, you need to see a maternal fetal medicine. You need to make sure you go do. So she guided me through the steps, the
mhm,
beginning steps. And she was like, okay, so from now, once you get your OBG, your OB doctor, and
mhm,
I check them out, that's who you're going to see. And you're going to see your maternal fetal medicine. You don't come back to me until after delivery. Now, if you have concerns, if something else is going on, please, sure, come to the
yeah.
office. But from now on, while you're pregnant, these are the people that you're going to see. So it went well. It went well. Like, the visits were kind of scary because you don't know. You're advanced in age, and you hear those horror stories. So
Mhm,
those horror stories are always playing in your head of this going right, this going wrong. So you are careful. But guess what? You leave
mhm.
it in the hands of God. So whenever I would walk into an appointment, I'm like, God, you got this. You got
Yeah.
and I said, like, my connection didn't really happen until 24 weeks. So I'm
Yeah.
like experiencing this like it's an outer body experience. So I'm experiencing
Wow.
going to the doctor, seeing the baby, hearing his heartbeat and all of that, but I'm not connecting. Like it's
Mhm,
just something I'm going through, right? And So I'm thankful that I had the experience. Like the doctors were very open. They explained everything that was going on with me medically. They explained what's happening to the baby. Is this your first baby? Have you had pregnancies before? So we're going through, medical history. So that went well. That went
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah.
All
I
right.
have
So
no complaints. That
no
part. No
complaint.
complaints. Yeah.
So same with me. So we have a little similarities here and there, but for the most part, I think we're gonna get into the part that where things started shifting.
Yeah.
Uh, for us, right? So for me, my water broke at 38 weeks. So I was not expecting it. It just happened. And then we grabbed our stuff. We went to the hospital, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when I went there, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
it was a weekend and my wonderful, most wonderful OBGYN was not on call that weekend. Sucks.
Wow. Okay. Right.
So now, because she was not on call, I was just, in the care of just whoever, right? They didn't really know me. We didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
connection. And I made a specific request based
Mm-hmm.
on what I was feeling. And I say, hey, this is what I was feeling. This is what went on at my last appointment. That was the plan. Can we move forward with that plan from my last appointment? That was just days ago before my water broke.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer was no. The answer was like, we're not gonna do that. This is what we're gonna do. So, yeah. And that led through, me being induced and everything, and just things going downhill, all the way to the fact that to the point where my son's life
Oh,
have been put in danger. So I know my story is completely different than yours. And this is why I wanted to have you on, because mine says, okay, people just didn't care, basically. They just didn't care. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do. Even though I had people advocating for me, I was advocating for myself, my family was there, but we were
mhm.
still not taken into consideration. What we were asking for was still denied. And I could have, suffered very severe
Mm,
consequences based on that. So imagine for you, and I thank God that this was not your experience, because after waiting 14 years, you don't want to be in a situation where God gives you a miracle, and because people were negligent and you don't
right.
get all your miracles. So tell us, I want your story to be the light in this situation. Tell us how your it's different. That way people can see it's not always bad. Yes, Black maternal health
It,
disparities exist, but I feel like when we get to hear stories like yours, it really gives us hope that there are people out there that actually care, that there are people out there that actually takes us seriously when we walk through these doors and we tell them, hey, we feel like this something's wrong. Can you please check that out for us? So tell us.
so my stories continued and it got scary. So
Mm-hmm.
that week I have the week 27 weeks. Um the interesting thing is the day before I'm at work and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not feeling good. But the next day I have an appointment. So I'm telling everyone I'll be fine. I have an appointment the next day. The next day, wake up, check my blood pressure. Blood pressure is fine. Go to OB appointment. They check my blood pressure. It is not fine. Right? It's
Mm-hmm.
some crazy number. So from me waking up that morning, I don't know what happened. Driving OB, I don't know what. Blood pressure is super elevated. So the OB tells me, I can't see you. You have to go to triage now. You got to go downstairs, go to triage. I'm calling them, telling them that you're on your way. Do not
Wow.
go home. Go to the triage. I'm like, okay. So on the way there, I'm at the appointment by myself. My husband's at work. So I called my husband. I'm like, hey, they're sending me to triage because my blood pressure is extremely elevated. So
Mhm.
he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, I'll call you back. I get there. The lady, she opens up the door. She's like, oh, your doctor just called. I need you to pee in this cup and then I'm going to check your blood pressure. And I'm like, fine. Go pee in the cup, come back. She checks my pressure and then she walks away. When she
Wow.
walks away, I hear her call the alert, right? So
Wow.
she calls the alert. And so that's when I start panicking, right? So people rush me, they put me in the bed, and they're like, okay, now it's getting serious. Your blood pressure is extremely elevated. So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, what is going on? They're taking off my clothes, they're taking my
Wow.
blood pressure. And so one of the ladies, she's preparing the bed for just in case I have a seizure. So she's
Mm-hmm.
preparing the bed and she's putting like towels around the bed. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, with your pressure, you might have a seizure. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, what? And so the point where I lose it is when I'm gonna get really kind of graphic. So I'm sorry, you guys. So when they're taking off my underwear, they have to take off my underwear to put a catheter in, right? So when
Yeah.
they go to take off my underwear to put the catheter in, I bust out crying. I'm like, I'm dying. I'm dead. Like
Oh,
I'm dead. And so the doctor finally comes. Listen, it gets to the point where listen, you know what people rushed me to the point where this is funny now, but wasn't funny then. When I heard the pharmacist come down and was like, y'all need me. I'm like, the pharmacist, what is going, like, everything is going through my head and
yeah.
I am in tears. So then the doctor comes and the doctor's like, okay, it's getting serious. I need you to call your family.
Oh, God.
And then I'm like, okay. And then she's like, call your family, let them know what's going on. It's getting serious. We're going to put you upstairs. I said, okay. So I called my husband. When I get on the phone with my husband, I'm crying, right? So
Wow.
he starts crying. So we both
Mm,
crying on the phone. And he's like, what is going on? But I can't speak. I'm just crying. And he's
yeah.
like, what is happening to you? And I'm like, my blood pressure's elevated. And he's like, is the baby okay? I said,
Mm,
yes, the baby's fine because they're putting the monitor on your stomach to check. And I'm like, the
yeah.
baby's fine. He's like, okay, I need you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And I'm like, I can't, I'm scared. And then he's like, see, I'm the emotions coming
Yeah.
back. So then
Yeah.
he's like, I'm like, I'm scared. And he's like, no, 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 no. He's like, don't worry, I'm coming. You're okay. It's the baby. If the baby's fine, you're fine. You're gonna be okay. He's like, don't be scared. The doctor had already told you that your blood pressure was elevated. Let them do what they have to do. I was like, okay, hang up the
Wow.
phone. Hang up the phone. They take me upstairs. I stay at that hospital, which is Memorial Miramar. I stay at that hospital for a few days. They're trying
Mm,
to figure out how to lower my blood pressure. So they're pushing pills, they're pushing medicine on me to try to lower this blood pressure. It's not going down. It would go down and then go back up. It would go down and then go back up.
wow.
So that was that. So it gets to a point where Memorial Miramar says, we can't see you anymore. We can't.
Wow.
We have to transfer you now to regional.
Mm,
But before they transfer me, they told me the plan. They said, okay, this is the plan. This is the birth plan for you. We will keep you until you're 34 weeks.
mm-hmm.
So I got to the hospital. It was probably a Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember the day. And I'm turning 28 weeks that Saturday.
Mm,
Right. So I transferred to regional that Monday.
mm-hmm.
28 weeks. They transfer me to regional. I go to regional. They see me, they're already aware of my case. They're receiving me. The doctor that I see on Mondays telling me the same thing. Listen, we see that you have preeclampsia. The preeclampsia, um, is causing, the blood pressure to do what it's doing. We are keeping you steady with meds. The plan is to keep you for at least 34. We'll push for longer if you can, but at least 34 or 32 weeks, we're going to try to keep you. You'll be in the hospital. We can't send you home.
Wow.
So, that's the plan. Monday, family, everyone knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my sister-in-law prays with me. Her prayer, I would never forget. Remove who needs to be removed, replace who needs to be replaced. You're in control. God is
Yeah.
in control.
Yes.
That's Monday. Tuesday, a doctor come in, a black doctor, Dr. Bennett. She comes in on Tuesday. By the time she comes in, she already knows my case. She's been studying my
Mm-hmm.
case. She's like, listen, I've been studying your case all morning. You have preeclampsia and it's severe. you're at the worst end of preeclampsia. And so I'm like,
Wow.
okay, what does that mean? So I'm not in the healthcare. So I know
Yeah.
preeclampsia, but I don't know the extremes of preeclampsia. So
Mhm.
to me, it's like, okay, what does that mean? Like, am I okay? My question is the baby okay? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Yes, baby's fine. I'm on a monitor where, they strap your belly, they're
Mhm.
checking his heartbeat. I'm on that. So, and she's like, yes, baby is fine, but here's her concerns was his heart rate was pretty steady. Like there's no variations in his heart rate. She's like, that's
Mhm.
my first concern about baby. Yes, his heart rate is fine, but
Yeah.
there's no variation. Second, you're getting sick. This
Mhm.
preeclampsia is affecting you. So by the time she's telling me that, I am swollen. My feet is swollen. My hands are swollen. My sister-in-law
Oh,
said
that
even my
girl, yeah.
eyelids were
Oh my
swollen.
God.
Like I'm a big old elephant sitting on the bed. Like that's me.
Jesus.
So she's like, my concern is you. If mother is not okay, baby will not be okay. So she's like, by the time she tells me that, I'm crying again. I'm crying, I'm crying. She's like, okay, wait. She's like, who's your support? Where you talked about community. She's like, call
Mhm.
them. We need to have a family meeting. So I call my sister-in-law, call my husband. We all come together. We having a family meeting with Dr. Bennett. Dr. Bennett sits them down and say, listen, this is what she's going through. She's getting sick. Her body, I mean, it was water in my lungs. It's like all of this, kidneys being affected, I was like, what? All of this is happening to me. She's like, we need to deliver for her body to go back to where it was. Um, so she's told them, and then she's like, okay, I need everyone, tell me what is the plan? We can keep you as long as you want. If that's the choice, we can do that. But know that you are getting sick and it's best to
Oh my
deliver
God.
right now.
Oh my God.
So my sister-in-law said, I'm proactive. We're not reactive. We're proactive people. So let's do whatever it is to be proactive. My husband's like, take the baby. Like he gotta, let's go. Let's do this. And so she looked at me. She was like, Mom, you agree? I was like, okay, let's go. And she's like, we're gonna have a birthday party. It's gonna be a birthday party at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
So that's me going into delivery.
Wow. It's like your story gives me two things. The nervousness, the anxiety, and everything that's happening. And in a second way, her coming in, it's like,
Mhm.
it gives such hope in the situation because you felt like things were just going out of control.
Mhm,
You didn't know what was happening and you had to make that decision. But her taking the time, even to have a family meeting,
mhm,
listen.
mhm,
That's amazing for her
mhm.
to ask you who's your community. That way you didn't feel like this was a decision you had to
Right,
make on your
right,
own. Like she makes sure the people who mattered the most to you were there.
right.
You
Yes.
know what was going on. She
Mhm,
gave you the information that you needed. She
mhm,
said, "This is what's going on, and those are
mhm,
your options." And honestly, hearing that and based, I watched the interview that you did also with the
mhm,
news channel and all of
mhm,
that.
mhm,
Preeclampsia is a very, very serious
mhm,
condition, and for you to have been at the latest stage of it, where your
mhm.
organs was already shutting down, I don't
Yeah.
think you could have waited those
No,
extra 6 weeks. So
no.
really, she did the really best decision for
Mhm.
you. My husband said, "An angel."
Oh
Yep.
yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most
Yes.
definitely.
Yes, yes, and God will do that,
Oh yes.
and then that's how God has been in your story from the
Yes.
beginning, from when you were waiting through you
Yes.
going through 14 years to
You're
you
right.
go being in that situation that was so uncertain. All of that, God
Right.
was all of it, and
Right.
it's just amazing, through everything how. God used that one person to say,
Mhm.
hey, this is what's happening. We need to make
Mhm.
sure and that to have the best outcome for you and your baby. Because with
100%.
preeclampsia, sometimes the baby makes it, the mom doesn't make it, or the
Right.
mom makes it, or the baby doesn't make it. So she knew that time was really running out and
Mhm.
that you guys had to make a decision, and she made sure you understood what was going on.
So did.
That
So
was
did.
not my experience.
Unfortunately, right? Right?
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
not
Right.
my experience, and hearing yours makes me feel like wow. So there
Mm-hmm.
is really hope out there. It's
Oh,
not
yes.
all of us who walk through those doors and we're being shut down. We're just being told what to do without really
Mm.
being taken into consideration. Like she
Correct.
gave me someone that really was concerned,
Yes.
somebody that really cared about your
Oh, yes.
well-being. So that's amazing. That is amazing. So yeah, I mean, I was saying things and nobody was hearing me, but
Right.
it's
Right.
her, she was hearing you and she was looking at, your chart, like your
Right.
vitals, like she was putting in the a picture in front of her
Yes.
to say, hey, this
Mm-hmm.
is, oh, wow, that's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. That is amazing. So tell us more about what happens next with this doctor and how does your story end?
Well, what happened next is she steps out the picture because she's the chief of maternal fetal medicine. So she steps out, and then the OB at the hospitals takes over. So the OB that I was seeing, I'm no longer seeing them because they don't work with regional. So this is a whole new team that I'm with, right?
But
And
you said
so
she's the chief?
yeah,
Listen.
Dr. Bennett is the chief of maternal medicine at Memorial Regional. Yeah.
Ah,
So she steps out. She schedules my cesarean. So I'm having a cesarean. She scheduled it. So at that point, I was like, okay, what are my options? Can I deliver vaginal? She says, we can try, but it most likely is going to be cesarean, right? So I'm
yeah.
like, okay, whatever we got to do to take baby out. It's time to schedule. It's She schedules my cesarean, and they're gonna come. Family's coming, my friends are coming. I mean, the community is amazing. Let me tell you, I'm gonna pause right here.
Mhm.
When they say serve God, like serve God. Like
My God.
forget about the religion, all of that. I'm sorry to say, but the fakeness. Forget about that and serve him, and
Yes.
eagerly earns for him and nothing else, because
Amen.
his love is so endless. So through this story, as you said, like unraveling mercies are happening without me even knowing. Like I'm praying but not
Yes.
really praying, I'm watching but not really watching, but God put everyone in place. The prayer that my sister-in-law, like everyone who was supposed to be
Wow.
in
Glory to
place,
God.
in place. So we're going down. My family's coming, friends are coming, because, it's time. They're hearing that I'm not doing so good, but we're going to
Yes.
deliver. They take us downstairs, downstairs or upstairs? Downstairs. They take us downstairs and preparing me for my cesarean. So my family, is there, and my friends are there, and I'm getting ready to have the cesarean. That
Mm-hmm.
process alone, getting ready for cesarean, was another testimony in itself, because upstairs they didn't give me anything to eat, right? Remember,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting meds. I'm
Yeah.
getting meds. I can't have anything to eat because I'm going into surgery, right? So by the time I go downstairs to have surgery, everything is out of whack, right?
Wow.
So I have an IV, but they need a second IV to push
Mm-hmm.
medicine in, right? It took them a while to find that. My blood sugar drop. My blood sugar drop, where they have to give me, I don't know the name of it, some type of shot to bring me back up, right?
Mm-hmm. D50.
Um, what is it called?
D50.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Um, Blood pressure, I forgot what's happening with my blood pressure. I don't know if it was high or was low. Blood pressure is doing its own
Mm.
thing because my body's just saying, girl, we just gonna give you hell, right? So
Wow.
I'm like, okay. Um, so the doctor, one of the things they told me is that they gave me magnesium, and the
Mm.
magnesium makes your body feel hot, right? That
Yeah.
is my reaction of once I got the magnesium and I am sweating. I'm sweating. I'm
Wow.
like, what is happening? Then they have to give me, I mean, that experience alone, preparing for cesarean,
Mm-hmm.
to get me stable, they finally get me stable. Like, okay, let's take her now. Let's take her now. Let's have surgery.
Mm.
Go into the surgery cesarean, the room. Go into the room. They give you your epidural. That
Yeah.
was interesting. Everything is interesting to me. Getting the epidural was like painful to me. It was painful. I felt it. I felt it. It was kind of uncomfortable, but they tried to make it comfortable, but it wasn't. Got the epidural, then they called my husband to come into the room, and they're getting ready to cut me, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel when they cut me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel when they go in and they're looking for or trying to get the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the tug. I feel the pulling. It's like
Yes.
I feel it. So I'm on the bed and I'm like this is how I feel. Like they're really
Yeah.
tugging and pulling. And so I'm looking at my husband. He's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not okay." He's like, "You okay?" All I could say is no and oh. Oh,
Wow.
oh, like that's my only like, oh, what? That's my reaction.
Wow.
So it takes them a while. Like I feel like movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm on the bed
Mm-hmm.
like this. Sorry for I'm a graphic person when I tell
No,
stories. Very
listen, I had a
animated. So,
C-section too, and you right. That's how it feels. I said
right,
I had a C-section too, you right.
you had a C-section also?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And that's how you felt.
Yeah, it's not painful, but you do feel the tugging and the pull. Those are the exact words I use in my book. The pulling and the tugging. Yep.
That's what I felt. And
Mm-hmm.
so it gets to a point where it's quiet, right? So it gets to a point it's
Mm-hmm.
quiet. I don't feel much movement, right? So
Wow.
I'm waiting for them to say for me to hear the baby cry,
Oh
for them
my
to say,
God, I'm just done.
for
What?
them to say, congratulations, pressure. Yes, yes, Cousin, pressure. I'm waiting for them to say, congratulations, right? And so I hear quiet,
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
everything kind of slows down. I'm looking at my husband, and then he's like, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, don't panic. And so I hear like a little mouse, like,
Yes, similar story. I'm sitting here, you're talking, and I'm trying to contain myself not to jump out of this chair, but I'll tell you why. Keep going.
okay, okay, okay. And I hear, and I'm like,
God.
oh, that's him. So I look over to my husband. I'm like, that's him. He's like, that's who? I'm like, that's the baby. And he's like, that's him? And I'm like, yes, that's him. And so I don't hear, I'm waiting for the movies. Like, where's the congratulations? I'm waiting for that part. Don't hear that. Right. So they take the baby and they go with the baby and they tell my husband to go. Right. So now I'm with the doctors and the nurses and everything. Right.
Mm.
So then I'm waiting for congratulations. Like my heart is beating. It's beating. I know my husband is over. I'm trying to see what's happening, but I can't really see the baby. I can't see the baby. I don't really see my husband, but I see the team that's working on my baby. So, they have two teams. They have a team with you and a team with baby, right? So, um, I'm like, okay, I'm not at ease. I'm not at ease, but
Yeah.
they're getting ready to sew me up. So everything is like they're putting everything
Mhm.
back, right?
Yeah.
So as they're trying to put everything back, I'm this is where I feel pain. This is where I start feeling pain, right? So as they're putting everything back, I take my hand and I'm trying to like
Yeah.
go down, like to touch me because I'm feeling the pain. And there's a nurse behind me. She's like, "Girl, don't do that. Put your hand back. Like put your hand back where it's supposed to be."
Yeah.
Okay. Put my hand back and I'm feeling the pain to the point where they're you ever see when you stretch out leather and it's tight?
Mm-hmm.
The tightness of them putting everything back together, like they literally stretching your skin. Those who've been through it, my
Mm-hmm.
experience is different. I don't know. I felt like they were stretching, like stretching the living life out of my skin to try to
Wow.
sew me back. Well, not sew, but put me back together, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where the OB is like her intestines are popping out. Lean her back so we
Ah.
can push her intestines back inside. So I'm like, what? I'm on the bed, like, what? So they lean me back. The bed goes backwards. And I feel when she's pushing the intestines back inside.
Wow.
She tugs again, tugs again, tugs again, close me up. And then you know how they press on your stomach, that they want to
Mm-hmm.
kill you again times two, pressing on my stomach,
Yeah.
killing me again times two. So
Mm.
that's my cesarean
My
experience.
goodness. I mean, the last part, I mean, the beginning I could really, but the last part, that's a whole other different story. It's like they were trying to help gravity help them in a little bit when they put you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Like that part, I didn't experience it. And I don't think I could have handled it. Like you went through a lot.
Oh,
And my husband is on the chat, right? Just like I just thought the lady that came, she was just a doctor. But for her to be the chief medical,
yeah.
maternal, and for her to take the time to do what she did, listen, my husband said that was your destiny helper. And that's what it is.
Amen.
Because
Amen. Yes.
when do you hear of the chief, taking
That's
their
right.
time to come and do these things? Like,
Right.
if somebody else ever experienced that, like, let us know, because that's how God is gonna come through for you. He will remove people in high places, in high
Mhm.
offices, in high
Mhm.
meetings, and make them have time to
Mhm.
sit down, meet with
Mhm.
your family, and discuss
Mhm.
this. Oh my God.
Mhm.
That is crazy. Like your story, like you need to write a book yourself.
My sister-in-law said the same thing. I will.
You need to write a book.
She said the
You
same thing.
need to write a book, like
Mhm.
just to give people another perspective of, just to people out there that God can use to
Yeah.
to
Right.
to
Yeah.
to 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 advocate for us, right? It's not
Right.
all bad out there. And even though it's not a lot of stories like yours, but maybe if
Right.
people start hearing stories like that, we'll hear more. My husband say, write the book. Yes. Write the book because you have a powerful testimony, and I think there's a lot that you didn't even get to say in this live.
Mhm.
So
Right.
yes, write that book so people can have hope
Right.
that some people actually care, because imagine if that lady didn't take the time to do what she did.
Exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
don't even want to think about it.
Right.
Not even
Exactly. Right.
I don't even want to think about it. So we just thank God that
Mhm.
He makes sure things went the way they did, because
Yeah.
God gets the glory. Oh my God. I know it was hard for you. I saw the teary eyes, and I want to give you a virtual hug. It wasn't easy for you to go down memory lane, even though you're gonna tell us a little bit more about the beautiful ending of your story. But at
Right.
that moment, there was just a lot of things that were going on that you didn't know what the outcome was going
Mhm.
to be,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, for my experience,
Right.
And it's funny, my husband said we have similar story. We have similarities and differences at the same time. The
Mhm.
way how when they pull your baby, you didn't hear your baby cry. That was my story too. And it's crazy. I'm like, oh my God, that's how I was like, I'm trying to stay still in this chair. How I didn't even know how much our stories were similar until I started
Wow,
hearing it
yeah.
live on the live. It's crazy. But the best thing is the fact that you had a team with you, that
Yeah.
stood with you, that prayed with you. Listen, that makes sure the best thing could ever happen for you
Mhm.
and your baby. So now tell us how baby boy is doing.
Mhm.
Because yes, by the grace of God, you had a premature baby, but
I
he
did.
is thriving. So let us know. Your baby was born at how many weeks? And you know,
He was
things.
born at 28 weeks. He was born at 28 weeks. He is still currently in the NICU, but he is doing well.
Wow.
Um, he has overcome challenges like left
Oh,
and right. He is doing he's thriving. He's thriving. He is a
praise God.
fighter, a fighter. And the funny thing is, I was talking to my cousin this morning and I was telling her about my journey and I
Mhm.
explained to her this. I said having my son in the beginning was, leaving him in the hospital because he's in the NICU, leaving him in the
Mhm.
hospital and seeing him go through those challenges. I was so worried,
Yeah.
extremely worried. Like it was, it's okay. I'm not going there because I'm not going to get, but that experience is traumatizing, right? It's
Yeah.
very traumatizing because that's not what you expect from the whole thing. From me,
Yeah.
delivering and having that's not what I expected, right?
Yeah.
But seeing him overcome and seeing how he is such a fighter, he's very vocal. Like he's a baby, but he'll let you know if you're touching him the wrong way.
Oh,
Like he's very alert. For his age, he's very alert. He will watch you walk inside the room, walk
oh,
out of the room. If you touch any equipment, any metal equipment, he's looking, he's engaged. Like he lets you know, like, don't mess with me, I'm here. So
okay.
in the beginning, like in the beginning, I was so worried, but now God has given me a peace like he's going to be okay. I
Amen.
have such a peace of he's going to be okay. And it's like I can't explain it. Like not content, but I am okay knowing that he's gonna be okay. That
Yeah.
peace that God has given me with him, it's unmanageable. Like I didn't think that that is possible for you to have such peace, knowing that okay, he's in the
Yeah.
NICU. You don't know the nurses all the time. You don't know who's coming in and out, who's gonna be the doctor.
Yeah.
Like you don't meet them face to face. Especially now that I'm at work,
Mm,
the morning half. So a lot of stuff happens behind
yeah.
your back and you're just hearing about it or they call you and give you quick updates, but you're not
Yeah.
there present every step of the way. But the assurance of knowing that he's going to be okay is a piece that I'm so grateful God gave me. So grateful.
And I mean, God has been in your story, and He's still in your story. Like it's so tangible
Yeah.
that I mean, I think everybody who's on the live can relate. Like it's such amazing and refreshing to see. Like the hand of God is on your life, basically.
I know, yes.
And your baby is like a fighter just like you. So, and at the end of the day, even though you cannot be there 24/7, but God is watching him, right?
Oh
God is
yes.
watching over him. Because even when he comes home with you, at some point he's gonna have to go to school. You know what I mean?
Oh
We
yes.
only get to keep them with us for such a little time. But
Mhm.
God, we have to come to that place that knowing that, he's in God's hand. And I'm so grateful that God has given you that peace. And we're just going to continue praying that whoever's taking care of him is whoever is supposed to hold him, is
Okay.
whoever is
That's
supposed to
right.
watch over him.
Oh yes.
He gets to go home with you very soon. I cannot wait for that moment. I know it's going to be a very, very
Oh
exciting
yes.
moment
Yes.
where everybody can see, and we're hearing the story, but people will actually see him and be like, oh
Yeah.
my God, this is the miracle baby we've been hearing about.
Yes.
So We thank God for what He did in your life, and I'm so grateful that you were willing to come on this live with me and share your testimony. I know it was not easy, but people out there need to hear that, and we are waiting for the book. We are waiting for the book.
I
I'm
got
gonna be
you.
reaching out to you. I'm gonna be like, we gotta write this book.
You gotta write
Um,
this book. I got you.
Yes, it's such a powerful, powerful testimony, and this live alone, it's not enough. There's so much
No.
more to be said about it. There's so much more. So we want to hear the story. We want
Okay.
to hear the story. So thank you again for being here, and thank you for sharing how just one person taking the time to listen, to advocate, how that turned everything around for the better for your life. So yeah, I don't know if anybody wanna say something to encourage Milan or save the life. Yes,
Save
we
the
will save the
life.
we will save the life. Absolutely. If anybody wanna ask us any questions or say anything to Milan, now is the time before we end the live. Yes, it's a beautiful testimony.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It blessed me. So I don't know about y'all, but it blessed me.
Well, I want to thank you for opening your platform and everything that you're doing within the download the life.
I'm
Okay.
like, I
Okay.
will.
Everything everything that you're doing in the community for women is incredible. Thank you and continue doing that. We need a part two.
Amen.
Oh, okay.
That's for with baby number two.
But listen, this baby number two, I at work, oh my God, at work they're like, oh, we're ready for baby number two. And I'm like, no, like no. They're like, oh, God has opened up your womb, girl. You better not say no. I'm like, that's give me time. Baby still in NICU. Give me time.
This was amazing. We need a part two. Okay, to be continued. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here. And thank you for encouraging me as well. So we look forward to seeing baby boy very
Oh yes. Oh
soon.
yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. You will. You will. You will.
Have a
Thank you
blessed
for
night,
having me.
everyone.
Good
It's
night,
my
everyone.
pleasure. Have a good night. Thank you again for joining. Bye.
Bye.
How do I end the live now? Oopsie.